is up? Welcome back to my channel and welcome to Full Body Strength. Today we are mixing things up. We're dropping the weight. We're doing a body weight only strength workout because if I've learned anything in this past year switching from gym to home workouts, it's that you can build strength, you can build muscle, you can get in shape from the comfort of your own home, but it's all about working smarter, not harder with what you've got. Being aware of, being appreciative of your body. So today's workout will take inspiration from some calisthenics movements combined with some of the most helpful exercises I've found in the past year, exercises that I quite frankly still struggle with, as you'll see once we get into the workout. While you could add weight to some of these, I would recommend this first run through, do it without weight. You should be good, you should be challenged with just your body weight. If you find after completing it, you're like, maybe I could add weight to some of those exercises, come back, do the workout again another day, all right? But this first run through, I recommend just doing you, yourself, your body weight. We will start today's workout with a warm-up. There will then be a rest between the warm-up and the workout. Get into the workout, repeat it for 2 rounds for a total of about 35 minutes. I will explain the form as we go, so if you're ready to get started, make sure to shoot me a thumbs up and let's get into it. Getting into today's workout, now is a great time to make sure you have a towel, a tissue, a water. Grab whatever you think you will need for today's workout. Because this is a body weight only workout, you won't require any additional equipment. If anything, I'd say maybe have a chair or wall at the ready just for support on some of the exercises, but that is completely optional. We will be getting going with our warm-up in just about 15 seconds. So as a reminder, there will be a rest between the warm-up and the workout in case there's anything else you need to do. But for now, I will count you in when we get to 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Turning it to the side, taking it to center mat. So you have some room in front and behind you. We're going to get things going with a straight leg march. Alternating side to side as we go. Your leg doesn't have to be perfectly straight. I do recommend keeping a slight bend in the knee and just aiming to get that knee to at least hip height here. Tapping the inside of the leg with the opposite arm as you do. And don't worry if it takes a sec to kind of get going with this. Get your mind working with your muscles. These warm-ups are just as much for your coordination as they are for warming your body up. All right, taking it to the back of your mat, we're now going to start from standing, bend forward, and do an inchworm walkout. So, little baby steps with our hands, feeling this through our fingers, wrists, hands, shoulders, till you get to a full plank. To pull the tummy in for a brief stabilization before walking it back up. Coming all the way back to standing, then bending forward and repeating with me. So little steps, focusing on feeling this through the hands, wrists, fingers, shoulders supporting. Core once we get into the plank, hold for a brief pause. Then walk it back up. Alright, walk it back up one more time for me. Before coming forward to center mat, we're going to be doing a single leg rotating hip opener. So the way this is going to look is lift one knee up, rotate to the side, keeping your gaze straight ahead, rotate back to center, put it down, switch sides. Alright, keeping your gaze straight ahead to help with balance. Woo. As we bring it back, it's okay if you lose your balance. We're getting everything ready for the workout today. So now's a great time to evaluate. How's my focus? How's my coordination? How is the body feeling? Work any of those kinks out before we get into the main workout. Alright, taking it down to the ground, making sure you have some room behind you. We're going to get into a bear plank, so hands under shoulders, toes flexed. We're going to press our toes into the ground as we hover up, Pulling the belly button to the spine, shoulder tap, shoulder tap. Step the legs out, shoulder tap, shoulder tap. Step the legs in and repeat just like that with me. Making sure you're taking the time to stabilize through the core in each of these positions. Alright, standing it back up, we're going to go into a leg swing. So coming to center mat, making sure you have some room in front and behind you. We're going to lift the right leg up. Swing forward, swing back, forward, down. Switching sides, forward, back, forward, down. Once you've got the hang of that, feel free to make it a little bit more fluid and extend that range of motion with me. Alright, from there we're going to take back down to the ground, getting into a plank position for me this time. Hands under shoulders, legs extended out behind. When you're ready, what I want you to do is lift those hips up. Visualize pushing your hands forward. Coming to down dog. Reaching for the opposite shin with one of your hands as we do. Put it back down. Bring it back up. Switching sides as we go, making sure you engage the core to help you lift those hips and push forward with the hand that is still on the ground. Keep a nice strong posture through the upper body. Like that, let's stand it back up. We have now got about 2 minutes before we get started with today's workout. So if you gotta grab a towel, a tissue, of water, adjust your mat if your mat likes to move around like mine. Shake her back into place. Give her a little shake. All right. So with that said, getting into our first exercise of this workout, we are going to be doing a knee hug squat. So this is a single leg squat variation that is pretty challenging, that forces you to maintain a more upright posture through the torso, putting more emphasis on those front and thigh quad muscles. I will have modification, but for now, what this exercise is going to look like is starting feet together, tall posture, hugging the knee, either with both hands or with just the same side hand, and using the other hand for support. What we're going to do is stand as upright as you can. You're going to bend at the knee, lower, 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 lower as far as you can go before squeezing it back up. Holding for a brief stabilization, then dropping again, okay? It is a lot of emphasis on the knee. It is a lot of control. It's a lot of core strength, so that's tough. If you're having trouble with that exercise, two options. Either hold the knee and lean forward a bit more to put more emphasis through the hips and glutes, or if that's still too challenging, what you can do is just a split stance squat like this, okay? So put the other foot off to the side. Try to keep as much weight as you can on the working leg, and we can work up to the knee hug squat over time. You're still gonna build single leg strength with that. So that's gonna be our first exercise. We're gonna do it on the left side, then we're gonna switch over to the right side, then we're gonna have a rest, then we will move on with our workout, all right? There will be 2 rounds with this workout, so we'll go through all of our exercises once, take a rest, go through them all again. For now though, we're gonna go with this exercise in 3, 2, and 1. Let's do this. Take your time, quality over quantity. seconds to switch over to the other side. I know it's tough, but let's do our best here. Getting going in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's do this. No rush here. With a bang. Getting into our next exercise, so we've got 1:30 on the clock. We're going to have a diving push-up. So again, I will have a modification for this, but I do want you to challenge yourself. So, getting into position, I want you to get into kind of like a down dog here. So if you start from plank, hands under shoulders, legs extended out, lift the hips. Starting from here, nice wide stance through the legs, about hip width or just beyond hip width apart, hands just beyond shoulder width apart. We are going to bend the elbows as we dive our head toward the ground and then pull it through. To here, to return, what we want to do is bend at the elbows, and then we're going to reverse the motion by lifting our hips up, down, and up. That is 1 rep. When we put it all together, there, to there. Now if that's too challenging right now, if we're not quite there yet, what you can do instead is starting here, give me a push-up, whatever range you can manage. Drop it down, either doing a push-up from your feet or from your knees. Push up, put the legs back out, and repeat just like that with me. You're still gonna be building up strength. You're still gonna be building strength in the right ranges. Now you can progress that over time. For now, we're getting going in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's go. Quality over quantity with me. Okay, that was tough. That was tough. But we've now got 1:30 on the clock again before we go into our next exercise. So next up, we're going to be doing a variation of a single leg kneeling thrust. It's a little bit new. If you have a chair, wall, some sort of support, feel free to use it now. But again, I'll give you a modification if you don't have that. So, starting from kneeling, shifting our weight to one side. What we're going to be doing is sit back at the hips, starting with the non-working knee back. We are going to opposite arm in front as we thrust through, coming to the toe. So we are balancing on the working leg between going from the knee to the toe. So when we speed that up and put it all together, we are going here, 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 all right? It is gonna feel a little bit funny to balance at first, but the beauty of this exercise is that because we're incorporating a little bit of stability, having to balance those hips, as well as the hip extension of bringing the hips through, we're getting not only your glute max, that big glute muscle under your butt cheek, we're also getting the side glute stabilizer muscles. So that's our next exercise. If you need a support, use a wall or chair. If it's still too difficult, leg out to the side, just go here for me, all right? So we're gonna go right back in now. Let's do it, starting on the left. 15 seconds to switch to the other side. Remember, you saw me lose balance. It's fine if you do, just bring it back. Get right back into it when you can. Going in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's do this. Minute 30 before you get to our next exercise. So feel free to stand it up quickly. Just want to shake it out. Shake out your legs, shake out your muscles, adjust your mat if you need to, like me. She's always doing her own thing. And then when you're ready, take it back down to the ground for our next exercise. So, starting, legs extended out in front. Nice tall posture. We're going to be targeting back, okay? So what I want you to do right now, just as a test, starting with your arms here, just beside your hips, I want you to extend your arms back, like this, right? What muscles are you feeling? Are you feeling your back muscles when you push back? You should be feeling between your shoulder blades and down your sides. That's what we're targeting. How we're gonna add weight to that is starting, hands just in front of your hips. What I want you to do is push them into the ground as you contract your core and also stabilize through the heels. Okay, so press the heels, pull the core in, and push your hands into the ground, okay? You should feel a little bit of back activation. Now what I want you to do is push your palms back as you lift to here. Okay, I want your legs to be dead weight. Your legs are not doing anything. This is all tension and then extension through the back, okay? Just like that, that will be our next exercise. Getting going in 3, 2, and 1, let's go.
Feeling kinda tipsy, didn't drink so I don't get it. I must be high, but I'm just guessing. It's something in the way you talk, I'll show my hand, let's play it out. Putting my heart up on the table. I really trust my senses, catch me if I fall. So done with second guessing, you seem to have it all. In love enough for anything, emotional too soon. You got my invitation, now the rest is up to you. Kick it, rendezvous, make some time for me and you.
Okay, give your shoulders a little roll for me. Our next exercise is still gonna be on the ground. We're gonna be shifting the emphasis now to our hamstrings. So back or thigh muscles. All right, so when you're ready, lay it back for me. Let's get into back flat, one leg bent position. Okay, so let's start with the right leg bent, left leg extended out straight. The right leg is really just here to help stabilize the hips, keep it out of the way, and keep most of your weight on this left leg. So what I want you to do is put a slight bend in the knee and just hook your heel into the ground. Extend your arms out to the side or bend your elbows up here, whatever's comfortable. And we are going to press up into a straight leg bridge. So what I want you to do is when you're ready, drive all your weight into that left heel and extend. Super short range of motion, but you should feel the back of your hamstring lit up and not a lot of emphasis through the glutes. Okay, notice how I'm keeping a little bit of an arch in my low back. By doing that, I'm consciously not engaging my glutes. When the back is arched, the glutes cannot engage. So again, slight bend in the knees, keeping that arch in the back. Press the heel into the ground. You should feel all hamstring on this. Hold for a brief pause, then bring it down. And repeat, just like that with me. We will do that on the left side. We will then switch to the right side, and we'll do it again. Getting going in, wait for it. 3, 2, and 1, let's go. All right, 15 seconds to move over to the right side. So if you need to shuffle around on your mat a little bit, do that now. And as a reminder, this leg is bent to keep it out of the way. Try to keep all of the emphasis through the working leg, pushing all that weight into the heel. Let's go. Okay, like that, we have made it through round one. So what I want you to do is stand it up, shake out your legs, get some water, get a towel or tissue, do what you gotta do, and I will be back when it's time to go for round two. Like that, we're back for round two of this workout. So as a reminder, this will be our second and final round. Getting into our first exercise, we're gonna have that knee hug squat again. So there is a modification of this exercise, but as a reminder of what it looks like, what we're gonna do is starting with a nice tall posture, hugging the knee up either with both arms or with just the same side arm and using the other arm for support. What we're going to do is stand as upright as we can, bend at the knee, allowing the knee to move forward, lower, 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 then come back up to full standing, holding for a brief stabilization before dropping into the next rep. If that's too challenging or if you're having trouble with balance, what you can do is hinge forward a little bit more at the hips to shift some of the emphasis to the glutes, let them help out, or just put the non-working leg off to the side, not putting much weight on it, and squat from here. All right, we are getting going in 3, 2, and 1. Let's go, starting on the left side. All right, 15 seconds. Switch over the other side. If your feet are a little crampy, feel free to just shake them out before we get going again. Because we are up in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's hug that leg up. Come on. All right, like that. We have 1:30 on the clock before we go into the diving push-up. So we are now familiar with this exercise, but as a recap, let's start from plank, hands under shoulders, legs extended out back. Stay just about hip width or beyond hip width apart. Lift the hips up. Starting from a down dog type position. From here, we're going to bend the elbows and we're going to dive our head and upper body through to here. Then we're going to reverse the motion by bending the elbows, Then lifting the bum back up to that inverted position. If that is too challenging, what we can do to work up to this is from here, whatever range you can manage, little push up, back to plank, either full push up or knee push up, and repeat. All right, just like that. We have got about 30, just over 30 seconds left on the clock. So if you want to grab a quick towel, tissue, water, if there's anything you want to do, if you just want to breathe with me. I know this workout, because it's body weight, might have seemed deceivingly easy. I always go into bodyweight workouts. I still hold judgment against bodyweight workouts as being easier than gym workouts, but hopefully I will have changed your mind after this one, because I am struggling. You're not alone if you're having trouble. But we're never going with this exercise in. I will count you in when we get to 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's go. Diving push-up time.
Through the fire, I could conquer the night. If I can make it, if I try to draw the red light. I could run through the fire, I could conquer the night. If I can make it, if I try to draw the red.
Okay. All right, my entire body's burning from that one. We've now got 1:30 again on the clock before we go into our next exercise. So we are going to have that weird single leg kneeling thrust. All right, so as a recap, starting from kneeling, we are going to sit our weight back, shift to one side. The non-working leg is gonna go from knee to toe. From knee to toe. Okay, so there is a period when we are going from knee to toe where all of our weight is being balanced and transitioned using the working leg. By working that balance into this exercise, we're working our side glute stabilizer muscles, as well as the glute max, the big muscle, from doing that hip extension. If this is too difficult, feel free to grab a chair, a wall, something else to support. Just go from there to there, keeping emphasis through here. If you don't have one of those, if that's still too tough, feel free to just set that non-working leg off to the side so there's not a lot of weight on it, and go through the motion with me, feeling that stretch, then extending the hips through, okay? So we will do that starting on the left side, about 15 seconds, go over to the right side, do your best. You've seen me lose balance. As long as you bring it back, that's what counts. Getting going in, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, let's do this.
If I try to draw the red light, I could run through the fire, I could conquer the night. If I can make it, if I try to draw the red.
Seconds to switch it over to the other side. So getting into position, you don't have to do anything too wild. I'll count you when we get to 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's do our best. Come on. All right, minute 30 on the clock. When you are ready to, if you want to quickly adjust your mat or grab a towel tissue, do that now. Then when you're ready, let's take it back down to the ground. Sitting, legs extended out in front. As a reminder, we are targeting our back muscles with this. So just as a quick little warm up here, do this for me. When we're pushing back, you should be feeling this area kind of under and behind your armpits, as well as between your shoulder blades, okay? These are the muscles we're targeting. The way we're going to do it is heels just gripping the ground, not a lot of pressure through them, but just gripping. Hands slightly in front of your hips. We are going to start the movement by putting a little pressure through the heels, engaging that core in, and then pushing our hands into the ground. When you're here, your arm doesn't need to be up yet. You should start to feel those back muscles engaging. Visualize pushing your hands apart if you're having trouble feeling them engage. From there, what we're gonna do is visualize pushing the ground back as we move our body forward, okay? We are moving our arms backward relative to our body, which allows us to engage those lat muscles, all right? So start by creating pressure, and when you're ready, push the hands back. Most of the emphasis should stay through your upper body, not a lot through the lower, because we are off. Okay, shake out your arms. I know a lot of these exercises take a lot of focus, and when we get to that rest period, I'm like, oh my gosh, there's been a literal weight lifted off me, so I'm not doing the exercise, but also my brain can finally take a little pause. So we've got just about a minute 15 before we get into our next exercise, which will be back with thigh hamstring focused. So when you're ready, lay it back with me, back flat on the ground. We're going to start with the right leg bent up. And remember, it's just bent up so that it's out of the way. We're not putting a lot of pressure on it. So I don't want you to feel like you're pushing a lot of weight into that foot. The other leg, we're going to start extended out. And I want you to put a slight bend in that knee, okay? Nothing crazy, just a little bit of a bend. And visualize curling your heel towards your body, okay? Feel that pressure, but it starts to build in the backside of your thigh or hamstring. That's what we're aiming for. So starting. Slight arch in the back, hips low, slight bend in the knee. Arms either out or up here, whatever's comfortable for you. We're gonna visualize curling that heel towards our body, creating tension to lift the body up. Notice how I'm keeping that arch in my back to prevent the glutes from engaging, keeping all of that emphasis on the back of thigh hamstring. Hold for a brief pause, lower, and repeat, just like that with me. Getting going in 3, 2, and 1. Let's do this. Sides, extending the other leg out because you're going to get going on the right side in just under 10 seconds. I will count you in from 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slight bend in the knee, let's go. All right, like that. Hug your knees to your chest. Give those hamstrings a little stretch. Then when you are ready, rock it up with me. Come to seated or standing and give yourself a little pat on the back. Congratulations, you made it through a bodyweight strength workout. All right, I was really excited to share today's workout because, like I said, for a long time I have underestimated bodyweight training. Up until this past year, I've been very much so a gym rat, very much so of the belief that the only way to build strength, to build muscle, to get into better shape is if you're in a gym, if you have access to weights, plates, barbells, and weights, right? But hopefully after this workout, you realize like you can get a really good workout in with just your body weight alone by varying the mechanics of the exercise, how you perform the exercise, the speed at which you perform it, all that jazz. And I think this journey of transitioning to home workouts and experimenting more with my body weight has also allowed me to develop better body awareness and better appreciation for my body and just how much my body is capable of. I hope you're leaving today's workout feeling that sense of appreciation, feeling a little bit more aware of your body, and even if you had to make the modifications, knowing that your body is capable of improving. You have something to work towards, and that should be exciting. So definitely let me know if you enjoyed today's workout by shooting me a thumbs up, maybe letting me know your favorite exercise in the comments down below. Mine was probably the knee hug squat. That is a tough exercise, but it is a great progression as you work towards more complex single leg squat variations like the pistol squat, like the skater squat, a ton of other stuff that you can work towards. So I really like that one. Let me know what your favorite exercise was in the comment section down below. Otherwise, thank you for working out with me. I always love working out with you, and I can't wait for our next workout together.